Hola everyone, my name is Faith.
And my name is Summer. Hola.
Today in our race around the world, we will be visiting South America.
South America is a beautiful continent. Here are some things you might want to see if you visit. Because we are at the beginning of our race around the world, let's start our lesson at the beginning of the Bible.
Do you know what the first book of the Bible is called? The first book of the Bible is called Genesis. Summer and I want to tell you 4 stories from this book.
The first story is about the first people. Their names were Adam and Eve.
Everything and everyone God made in the beginning was good, but then Adam and Eve did something they shouldn't have. They ate the fruit God told them not to eat.
Usually, eating fruit is good for you, but in this case, God told them that they could enjoy everything in the Garden of Eden, except they couldn't eat that fruit from a certain tree. They didn't obey God.
When they disobeyed God, the good world God made was changed forever because Adam and Eve sinned.
Sin is when we don't do what God says. This was the first time anyone had ever sinned, and sadly, after that, people sinned again and again.
Our next story is about Cain and Abel.
Cain and Abel were Adam and Eve's children.
When they grew up, they brought gifts to God called offerings. Abel brought a good offering that pleased God, and Cain brought a not-so-good offering that didn't please God.
Cain got angry when he realized that Abel's gift was better than his. So when his brother was out in the field, he killed Abel.
Hurting other people is not okay. If we are obeying God, we will be kind to people, especially our siblings.
Cain sinned by hurting his brother. First, Adam and Eve sinned, and now their son Cain has sinned.
After this, many more people were born, and many more people sinned. Everyone is disobeying God on purpose, except for a few people, a man named Noah and his family.
God was going to send a flood, so he told Noah to build a big boat and put his family and the animals on it so they'd be safe from the flood.
The flood created all of the different continents we know today, like South America.
God saved Noah from the flood because he obeyed God.
The Bible tells us that after the flood, people kept sinning.
It was 100 years after the flood, and God told everyone to spread out across the world to all of the different continents, but they decided to live together in one place.
They started a city and were building a very tall tower. Nothing is wrong with building things, but God told them they shouldn't stay together like that.
Tune in tomorrow where we'll talk about what happened to these people because they didn't obey God.
Our mile marker memory verse today is Romans 3:23. All have sinned.
Practice this verse and memorize it. See if you can tell it to your parents by memory.
Finally, here's some things you should go and do.
Think of one command you find hard to obey. Maybe it's being nice to your brother or sister, coming when called, or going to bed without fussing. If you are a child of God, you can ask God to help you obey today.
Talk to God, that's called prayer, and thank Him for sending Jesus so we can be forgiven when we sin.
Ask an adult if they can remember ever disobeying their parents or teachers when they were your age.
Ask yourself this question. When I sin, do I ask God to forgive me?
Sweet. All right.